Support for City Series Boys Football is provided by the Akron Public Schools Career Education Department at 330-761-3131 or apscareers.com.
Welcome here to Kenmore as we welcome the North Vikings as they come in against the Kenmore-Garfield Rams. As we should have another great day for football here on APS 15. Dave Schick and Joe Pacansky bringing you City Series action here. And this one, a little more towards the bottom of the standings here. Both teams winless, but we will have a victor after today's game. At least we hope. I don't think we're going to have any ties. But we've seen over our history, certainly these games tend to be very competitive. Could be one of our better games of the evening. As the kick is underway, it's going to hit at the 30 and be picked up at the 24 and returned. Some good moves inside, a good hit, and he'll go down at the 42-yard line. The return by Bengali Kamara.
About the 42-43-yard line. It'll be first and 10 for the Rams.
Nice return by the sophomore. Rams will take over at their own 42-yard line.
It's like somebody drove on the field. Not really sure how you'd even do that logistically.
But it's well painted.
Yeah.
You can see the yard markers. There's been many games here where it's been nothing but mud.
It's been a dry fall.
Oh, it sure has. Anthony Wright's calling the signals.
Wright looks to hand the ball off, and he does. He's going to get some positive yards trying to get around the outside. He'll gain 4 on the carry. And on the carry is going to be Dwayne Gradinson.
The ball carrier gains about 5 yards, making it 2nd and 5.
On his first carry, Gradinson, the sophomore, comes in at 5'11", 175 pounds. He'll also play linebacker.
Oh, you're not going to trust me, huh? Do stats.
Huh?
You're not going to trust me to do stats, huh?
I was just kind of on autopilot, Joe. I don't.
Yeah.
Going
I might not even need
5 wide.
Five wide.
I'm gonna need some help with that. I can tell you that right now.
Well, we got 3 on this side and 2 on the wide.
Right.
Nope, not anymore.
Motion coming. Looks that way on a quick outplay and gets it completed. And he'll gain 10 on the pitch and catch, his first completion. That went to who?
According to the scoreboard, according to the bleachers, it went to Mark Hale, but no, it's not. We got Mark Hale out there. Calvin Dudley, actually. I got Hale number 2, and he's on the field.
So you had Dudley.
Yep, on the reception.
Yeah, he was in motion.
How many did you get there for? 12 yards?
10.
Okay.
First and 10 now. And at the 42-yard line. Looks to hand the ball off on a delay. Does.
Oh, nice cut.
Move inside. He's going to have 10, 15, and he's going to go down there. Great vision and patience running the ball. And again, that was Littlejohn?
No, it was Grandison.
Okay, my fault.
Oh, and Grandison on the hit stays down. He went low on his leg, maybe got him in the shin, but they're gonna look at him here as see if he's okay.
With the timeout, I want to let you know that City Series football right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools, offering a free lunch for every elementary student and a free breakfast for every student. Akron Public Schools at akronschools.com. Coach Haslam of the Vikings has his team with a knee. I don't know what you're pointing at. Kind of shaking your head. Someone not on there?
Okay, no, I got him. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Sorry. Smithson.
Samsonite. I knew I had. What's the thing in the end zone? What do you think that is? It's like a pole on a box.
Where you got?
Down here. You see that far? No. You gotta lean forward more. There's like a antenna next to the flag. Not really sure what it is.
Is that for the
radio, maybe?
No, because it's web, isn't it?
That's what I thought.
Are they videoing?
Maybe. You think you'd be up with Peter, though?
Yeah.
Peter, zoom in. See what they're doing. Check them out. I don't want you to have any competition, Peter.
What do you want them to do? Scramble the signal?
Yeah, scramble it. I think we have that technology. We don't. We don't really have that technology.
Really? You sure?
I love when people think like we can do CSI stuff. Like, can you guys like zoom in? Some data that comes up? No, not really. It's pretty archaic what we're doing. Back to football here. 1st and 10 after the large run by Grandison, who seems to be coming off the sideline holding his hip. Might have a bit of a bruise, but seems to be all right. Another quick slant down on the other side, and Hale gets the reception.
Should have stayed outside there and used his block, but he breaks the tackle.
He's going to get 6. Right.
In some of the things that we were talking about last night, how about some easy pitch and catches? Get your receivers in space. 2 for 2 now for Wright. That was Mark Hale.
Gotcha. Thank you.
What do you want this?
I was looking at something else.
Yeah, go ahead.
I appreciate you telling me.
I don't know what you were pointing at.
I was seeing if that was my official up top, but it's not. Different official.
Oh.
He might have back-to-back games. My love affair.
Oh, that could go.
Right side. And he's going to get down to the 5-yard line. Certainly a first down.
Good drive so far.
He's going to gain 7 on the carry.
Yep, Calvin Dudley.
So Dudley comes in for Grandison off the injury. And the offensive line doing their job well against the Vikings here.
First and goal from the 6-yard line.
First and goal from the 6.
Yeah, they are. They are definitely creating some holes for these running backs to get to run the football.
Right. Takes it himself. Little delay. Keeps it. He's not going to get far.
Followed his blocker, though.
They gain about 2 yards on the keeper. Surprising they gave it to Wright here so close. They've had success running the ball. Grandison's moving a lot better on the sidelines. I expect him to come back in here shortly. I think when you get hit like square on the hip.
On the hip, did you say?
On the hip, yeah.
Oh, hip pointer. These are painful.
Not a lot of tissue there to take impact, so it's a sting.
Oh, they
ball
can't
comes out on the handoff, and North picks it up off the fumble. So their first possession turns it over.
And that had nothing to do with the defense. That just had to do with the quarterback, running back exchange. And you see that with that read option. Fumble recovery by Anthony Hollished. Right place, right time for him. Turnover for Garfield as they do everything right except put the ball in the end zone.
A good return. Put together a nice drive here that would have been over 50 yards, put it in the end zone. Been able to run the ball effectively, pass the ball 2 for 2. But the fumble on the exchange changes it up. Now here we're going to have unknown. And I think we'll have a penalty, some movement on the offensive line. Let me see if they have listed it's probably Larry Evans. That'd be, I guess. We'll wait for the.
It's going to be a procedure penalty on North. That puts them even further back.
Yeah, and you don't have a lot of space here.
It's actually only a 3-yard penalty, half the distance penalty. All right, I got Jason Johnson as the quarterback. Did you get that?
Yep. So Johnson, the quarterback, sophomore, hands the ball off right side, cuts back in, and he'll gain about the 3 that they lost.
Was that Banks?
Yes.
Javon Banks. Definitely the first game we saw, he was probably the best player on the field, both teams, and runs hard. He actually played a little bit of everything, never came off the field for this team. So give him a couple of those yards back.
2nd down and 11 now.
Even if they can move the chains a couple of times, even if they don't score in this possession, get this out of this hole would be really effective for the Vikings. Of course, if they could pop one for, 89, 90 yards, that would be effective too.
Yeah, that's highly desirable, harder to execute. Johnson under center now and tosses it. High toss, is able to catch it, but because of the additional
It's
time,
that slight
he gets
delay.
no gain on the carry.
No gain on the play.
And who was our running back there?
3rd down.
Was it Banks again, or
Yeah.
was it Kieran Stokes?
It was Banks.
Okay. 6:50 here in the first quarter. Doing their best now. 3rd and long. The Rams did very well offensively outside of the turnover.
Banks, the single setback in the backfield. They go to him again. Oh,
And
I got
we're
a
gonna
face mask.
Face mask. 2 flags thrown. They did see it. So we'll have a first down.
Maybe that could be a 5-yarder.
Yeah.
Nope. Every time I say it, it's a 15.
Yeah, anytime you see that
A
head
tug.
move.
Yeah.
Oops. Other side.
It'll be a big penalty, which will make it
It is a big one.
15-yarder. More importantly, first down, and you get away from your own end zone.
And they
That
kept
give me
it
a
on.
signal again.
Yeah, they kept it on the ground there with Banks. I think more than anything because of where they were on the field. Now they got a little bit of breathing room.
I have a little more confidence in this crew already.
Wow, it's early.
I know. Doesn't take much. It's back to back.
Oh, that could have been
Snuck
6
it
the
in.
other way, but he snuck it in there. You're
Snuck
right.
it in for 12, and that goes to Marquez Robinson.
Again, a nice, I don't want to say safe throw because it didn't look that safe. Rayshawn Hill, the receiver.
pass completion, and it is another first down.
Thought it was a 7, not a 2. Oops.
Give him a dozen. Nice pitch and catch by Johnson.
Yeah, and certainly showed some arm strength getting it in a very small window. Did Johnson. Bottom of your screen is going to be Evans.
Yeah, Daryl Terry came across. I thought he might pick that 6. He just didn't quite get there.
Hands the ball off to Banks, makes some space, and runs out, gaining 6.
And why go near side of the field? Because sometimes when it's crowded, you have less to worry. You don't have the defense doesn't have as much of a chance to pursue either.
He's done very well with great vision running the football. So if he can skate around, it tends you don't have those open lanes to make that tackle.
You better go low on the 6 foot, 200-pound senior because we've seen him run through quite a few people.
Looking to hand off and does to Banks again. Cuts in, little spin move, and he'll gain about 2. The spot keeps moving, which looks like they'll give him a first down if they are where they marked him. So he gained 2 with the pile, and they do give the first down. So it'll be 4 yards on the carry, but he got 2 right away after the spin move and then just kept pumping his legs for the additional 2 for the first down.
As we said, you better wrap him up.
It could be very much an instance where you have him and then you don't have him. Quickly coming off in front of us was John Varney. Gets off the field in time for the Rams. So that ball
sloppy.
Sent to him and fell out of the breadbasket, and we'll have a fumble again. So back-to-back fumbles for each team, but able to move the ball kind of on both sides.
I got to put that one from my vantage point on the quarterback. He kind of tries to pitch it to him from short angle, and Banks never had it. Didn't put it in that pocket, we used to call that when I played. Got to get it in that pocket for the running back because the running back's eyes can't be down here. They're upfield. So when you pitch it, they got to come down. He never got the eyes on the ball, and looked like Johnson didn't quite get there, so he's like, I got to get it to him, and I flipped it to him. Turnover apiece. Both teams putting it on the carpet. And when you're a struggling football team, as both these are, those are the type of things when you're going good. The old proverbial shoot yourself in the foot. Kenmore-Garfield looking for personnel. They're going to have timeout because they don't have the right personnel on the field.
And it's always interesting when it seems like when we're at Infocision, the sideline management, there's always a warning. They're always farther out. But here on a smaller field where you have less space, I mean, you have the same amount of space. They could be on the track. They don't have to be on the grassy area next to the field. But we have less of those warnings here and at Bookdale, I feel like, on the older football stadium setup. Why is that? Is it just the bigger stadium makes you feel like you got to come farther out?
Yeah, maybe the acoustics here you can hear better because it feels smaller. It's really, this field's the same size, right?
But you can stand closer. You can stand acceptably closer here than you can at Infocision.
And here's another thing, and I've probably been critical of teams on this at times, but they'll say, how can that happen week 9? How can you not have the right personnel on the field? Well, what happens throughout a football season? You have
lack of focus,
injuries, grade issues. Things come up. Their personnel, they're constantly changing. When you have teams with not a lot of depth, you got guys standing on the sidelines here. That's when that happens. You don't get the right package in.
Well, and I think you could speak for any, and you can speak for it yourself as well. Having a near high school student, a great handoff here. We're at 9. Keeps this on his feet. He's at 15, and it'll go down for a 16-yard gain. A great handoff to Dudley.
Yeah, Dudley, 2 carries, 30 yards already.
And you're trying to mold these students, but the consistency's not always. There's still a lot of reminding.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So he's over going to drink water. He's not really paying attention. He didn't hear you when you said something. He's talking to his friend. So it's going to happen just because of the age group that you have.
Well, I think athletes today, they're a lot of times they're probably maybe stronger and faster, or just as athletic as our age demographic was, but we're in that technology age, quick fix, society. Attention spans just aren't quite the same.
Tyjon
they're going to call a fumble. They're going to call it a fumble.
So Gary on the fumble.
I thought he might have been down, but nope. They call him down. Tyjon Gary first carry, and he fumbles. And, going in to score on, looking like you're going in to score on back-to-back possessions. And turnovers have plagued this Kenmore-Garfield team throughout the year, and they continue to thus far today.
So Garfield's had the longest drive put together, but they continue to give up the football. Their second fumble here in 5 minutes. And it's now.
And sometimes what happens when guys are running hard, they get loose with the football too, because they're going to be faster. And
I think the mindset on both of these teams is a little different. I feel like they feel they're playing more of a level opponent. They both feel it's winnable. And we're going to have a 5-yard penalty. Some motion there for the Vikings.
Lined up, offsides. I mean,
a good call, the long sleeve T-shirt and shorts today.
Yeah.
It's still warm, so you want to wear your
shorts. We're not in the sun.
Yeah.
Only in the sun.
If you were in the sun, short sleeve T-shirt. But you're in this cement bunker. It's like 10 degrees cooler in here. And it's still cold from like the night before because it's only 12 o'clock.
Touche.
They don't have the lights on. And they're a little farther away in here than at Ellet, where it can kind of bake in there a little bit.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I'm food underneath the warming lights in there.
Yeah,
the lights are closer to your head though. That's why I think.
I like it. I like this one much better.
Throws it to the sideline. It's gonna be out of bounds. Incomplete.
Although we
Johnson.
have we done any day games at Ellet? Maybe I'd like a day game there better.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll have to get that on the.
Hey, Peter, work on that.
Dudley, the attempted receiver there.
Was it?
No, I'm sorry,
Oh,
Evans.
Evans.
The attempted
Evans.
receiver.
His first target, first incomplete pass for Johnson. And that one looked good. Wow. Oh, okay, sorry. I thought he was walking off. How did we lose 5 yards? Oh,
That's penalty.
I'm on top of it now.
Got Evans here again,
When
one-on-one on
he
the
was
knee
walking
side.
off yards. It looked like he was walking off yards, but officials just get back in space.
Banks will get a couple of those back.
And he gets 2 on the carry. His 5th one so far, going into 3rd down.
Banks is not your. He has speed, but he's more of your one-cut type runner where he's looking to make a move and then get back up the field north-south, maybe run some people over. More your traditional power back. Yeah.
When you think of that definition, more of that. Johnson in the backfield. He has a high snap, catches it, looks pressure coming. Man right on him. Shook 2 off, continued to move forward.
A great job avoiding the sack, but he still got
gain one.
Yeah.
Counts as a run. I thought he was going to let that one go, and it was going to be a shaky pass just because he had a man there right on his arm.
Garfield might have got away with the hands to the face there, too.
Or
face
that would have been
mask.
like a 5-yard face mask, it felt like. But it was kind of on the other side of the official. He didn't really have a good look at it.
But it affected the play. I mean, he was going to, like you said, he was going to let it go. But
good call, Joe.
Thank you.
He's on top of it.
Man, they are so close to punt. Look how close he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't deep at all. He's about 8 yards deep. But boy, did he crush that punt high.
Kicked it high. Good roll. He's going to go down to the 41.
Yeah, it's going to be down at the 44 where they first touched it.
Oh, I gotcha.
He threw the beanbag down. So they got the punt off, and which is, again, the defense for them bending, but getting a couple turnovers, but not giving up any big plays so far.
So maybe they could, if you think of the game we did last night, maybe talk to East about how to punt a ball.
Special teams were huge in that game.
If you punted that close against Bookdale, it would be trouble.
That was like a bad weather game almost, and it was great weather, but it was where you have to consider field position, and field position ended up really determining the winner. Obviously, they had to make some clutch plays there too.
Well, the lack of passing game by East, there's just no balance, even though a great performance running the ball. Caught here, going straight down the sidelines, breaks the tackle, and he'll go out for 10.
Love that on first down. You know what?
Give him 9. He stepped out.
You know what you do? You
3 for 3 for Wright.
You get the guys.
Williams. That was number 9, but I could be wrong.
No, it was 13.
Oh, okay. I don't know why it looked like that.
Give him 9. 3 for 3 passing for Wright, but it
Who's
gets
number 13?
Exactly.
Oh.
Unless it's an 8.
Yeah, I think it says it's Smith. Maybe it's Vernon Smith.
Where you get that?
That's what I heard the announcer say.
We'll go with that.
I like it.
I'm looking for size too because he's got good size. Yeah, 6'4". That's him. They gave him the first down. Move the sticks.
Oof.
Plus, those guys are out there. You're asking them to block all day. It's nice to give them a chance, easy pitch and catch, to do something with the football. Now they got to reward you by catching it, which they've done. 3 for 3 so far. Back to the run.
And he's going to cut back in a little bit, and he'll get a yard on it.
Good pursuit by Banks.
Dudley, the ball carrier, gets one.
Sadiq Shrimsmead also in on the tackle.
How's the first? I mean, that was Dudley's first carry since the fumble. You always see. I usually expect after a mistake like that, less gambling on the play. You saw just a 1-yard run there. He'll be in the backfield as right as motion comes to the top of your screen. He looks that way, hands the ball off. Grandison getting around the outside does. He's got first down and more, looking to go to the sideline, and he'll go out at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, Grandison, who was slated to be their feature back when the game started, and he got hurt on his second carry, but that's his third carry for 36 yards.
14-yard carry for Grandison.
Now time to secure the football.
I'm sorry, 24.
Oh, goodness.
Sorry.
I got to give him some more yards.
Yeah.
44 yards on 3 carries. Get that average up.
I
think they're going
42,
back to him.
42
right?
minus this is out.
Well, red
Didn't
zone
carry.
offense.
1st and 10 now from the 20. Keeps it himself, runs up the center. Still
Slips
moving
a couple
the pile.
tackles. Oh, he might go. What a run.
I'm not sure even Peter could see, or you could see with your TV screen there, but kind of got through the pile. A very nice run. And it's going to be a 15-yard gain for Wright. Very
beautiful.
Very interesting
Nice
play.
little hurdle there at the end.
I give him 16.
That's going to be the last play unless they hurry it up here, Dave.
Yeah, they're looking at the clock. They're not quite ready. Players looking at the clock too, so that'll be the end of the first quarter here. 0-0 your score.
Peter George special, 25-minute first quarter. He likes that.
0-0.
Don't worry, we got plenty of time.
3 turnovers, but it stays even here at Kenmore as both teams moving the ball up and down, but have turned the ball over with fumbles. Now they'll get into this red zone area where they were in the first quarter, but they ended up turning the ball over with a fumble. City Series football right here on APS 15 is supported by Akron Public Schools with student opportunities in visual arts, including drawing, painting, ceramic, sculpture, photography, and computer design. Akron Public Schools at akronschools.com. I was trying to think what was the best visual arts thing that I did while I was in school. What about you, Joe?
Is that supposed to be funny?
Yeah. I'm just interested
I
to
don't
see
know.
what
I
your
took
answer
a
would be.
college art class.
I took art in high school.
My daughter will be a 4-year art student. Me,
So?
no. My middle one, no. Not a chance.
Let's see, best. I think the thing I had the most fun making is I made this coffee mug, and it was like the outside looked like a person's face, and then the opening part of the mug was like the mouth, and then I put like teeth and a tongue in the bottom.
And you drank out of that thing?
I try. So I set it up for someone else to drink out of it after I got it done.
Okay.
It was more of a practical joke than
Yeah,
a project that you hang on the wall.
I didn't have too much stuff come out all that great, to be honest.
I didn't say it came out great. I just said it was.
I made a wishing well
odd.
once. It was
you
basically like a ashtray or ring holder or something like that. It was bad.
Hands the ball off Grandison.
He's going to get in
He's
there.
going to be
this
in.
time.
So for 4 yards out, Grandison puts points up on the board. So here on the first play in the second quarter, 11:54 here in the second. He goes out from 4 yards in on the run. And they'll look to add
It's
the
Dwayne
extra point here.
Grandison. I wanted to say Curtis Grandison because he, is a pro baseball player, but this is Dwayne.
Hey, is Dwayne. What's up, Dwayne? They're going to go for 2. Looking to run. Grandison stays there. Passes high and out of bounds, but he was open. So 6-0 stays the score.
6-0. Rams.
Pass it was intended for Hale.
So the problem hasn't been the offense. The problem has been the ball security for Kenmore-Garfield. They have been
Both sides, really.
Yeah, well, they've been successful thus far. I mean, they're both running and passing, good balance for them. It's one penalty in the first quarter for them, but they've been a lot of positive plays. I have no negative plays on that stat sheet, which is
I like it.
which is a recipe for
I feel like
them having a good day.
so I just noticed that we have the same headsets on as yesterday. I feel like Peter kind of subtly made us sit opposite because he put these headsets opposite.
You don't have the windscreen.
He knew we'd be drawn.
That's why I sat on the right.
To our last
Why did I sit on the right?
headset.
today?
I don't know, but that's where your headset was.
I know. There was
Peter-
something. He's doing
Peter's
something
like
up there.
next level subconscious. Like, I'm gonna get these guys to sit in. They don't like to sit opposite. I'm gonna have them sit opposite. I'm gonna put Dave's headset to the left instead of the right, and then Joe's headset over, and they'll just naturally sit next.
I'm gonna do a case study of every guy, like every play-by-play, and
Oh,
see.
short kick.
Oh, and it might work.
It's gonna work. A great
Side
kick.
spin. It wasn't by design, I don't think.
No, because you could tell the way he kicked it. I thought he was gonna squib it.
He did mean to squib it, but I don't think onside it.
No, I think he meant to onside it.
But that I can't go on north on that one. That spin, man. You try to. That's like those. You're playing first base and the right-hander hits a spinner. And
Yeah.
you're like, I just smother the thing. The only thing that guy could have done is maybe dive on it and try to. But the spin had like a side spin, almost like a spiral.
It was like a hurricane football.
Or one of those firecrackers, those whirly birds.
So the offense comes back out, taking the ball over from the 47-yard line off a textbook onside kick. Great amount of spin on it, and the Vikings not expecting it at all. I think even if you were to jump on it, you might have stopped it. It might have hit your chest and stopped.
And that's what you do after the turnover. You try to go deep.
Momentum was on their side. Pass intended for Tyjon Gary.
I'll tell you what, plenty arm for Wright.
Gary, just out of his reach for an incomplete pass. Second down.
So he's really 2 for 5 passing, and you could say that his fourth attempt, he missed it, but the guy was open. That one's still probably open as well, just didn't get it.
So overthrew him a little bit, but Anthony Wright showing plenty of downfield throwing potential. It's not that he's just a guy that's going to throw the bubble screens. He can take a deep shot when they need to.
Looks to hand the ball left side, and he does. Gets to the 40 and dances out.
And Dave, you could have got a first down on that one. That is good blocking up front.
12-yard carry for Grandison. As he keeps piling them on, he's got 3
I don't know if you would
carries,
have had
double
12.
digits.
He might have had 10. Maybe not 12.
All right, well, 10 it is, Joe.
You definitely would have ran out of bounds, though. Which on that play was smart. Sometimes you got to deliver the blow. Sometimes you got to.
4 wide for the Rams. I just moved on without you. Looking to hand the ball off, and he does. Gets around the end.
Where
Has
was
some
that guy
space, goes
going?
right on over him. I don't know.
Oh, maybe he got clipped. Maybe that's what happened because there was a flag right where it would be. Good acting job, though, because he flew out about 10 yards.
Flag on the play.
So
That's
going to
come back.
3. And a block in the back.
That'll be a 10-yarder from the spot. Negate the run.
It's a good run.
Yep.
Kind of had some help. I don't know why he's getting 2 signals.
Personal foul on Kenmore-Garfield. Brings the
Personal
ball
foul.
to the
It would. Yeah. Was it a clip?
They had like a push, a block in the back.
Yeah.
be first and 18.
Go trips right again.
Motion then coming.
Same play.
Yeah.
Nope,
Dudley.
they fake it this time and give it to Grandison.
Oh, great tackle inside by himself.
Dante Black, the 6-foot senior, as Grandison tried to slither through, not having it.
Loses 2 yards, but pretty much a solo tackle by Black. He was pumped getting up. Wrapped him up good and took him down. hard to play the piggyback game with Black at 270. I'm just going to fall down.
2nd and 20 now for the Rams.
Black looking to make another play. You could tell. Right. Hands the ball off to Grandison again. Pretty much same play. Black not there this time. And he's going to gain 10. Still on the field. 20, 25. And taken low as they make the tackle. Goes down at the 14-yard line.
Good patience and good acceleration. 31 yards on the game for Grandison.
Big carry for him.
Ball is placed on the 14. Will be first and 10.
North in control.
He continues to run very well. Remember when he hurt his hip for a little bit in the first quarter?
Yeah.
Does not seem to be affecting him.
No ill effects from that now.
Still seems pretty fast. Lots of time to throw.
There's a nice throw to Hale.
Hale gets it. Spin move on his feet. Oh! Touchdown. Fantastic play by Hill for a 14-yard catch and touchdown. And nothing prettier. His second target gets it in.
Gotta love the spin move, right?
A perfectly used spin move, I would say.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, there's ones that you see that don't really make a difference. But he gets it perfectly done to open himself up the field. So now they'll go for 2 again to try and make it a regular football number of 14. And they'll have Wright and Granitson in the backfield. Wright, no, goes right to Granitson, direct snap. End around, trying to pitch it out, and he gets it.
Oh, yeah.
As Dudley throws the pass for the touchdown.
To Anthony Wright, little bit of trickery. I like it.
So Wright gets a 2-point conversion to make it 14-0 here. Nice execution. And it goes to Hale. Little 2-yard, 2-point conversion.
And real important here for this Kenmore-Garfield team. Haven't got a win yet, but definitely this week and next week, 2 winnable games on their schedule. If they can get a little winning streak going into the offseason, makes a big difference when you have that meeting trying to get guys in that off-season conditioning program. Get a little bit of momentum going into the offseason. That's what Coach Boyd and his coaching staff are looking for at this point.
Well, Granitson only a sophomore, and he's played great today, and certainly Anthony Wright being a junior, he'll be back for his senior year.
Yep.
So some of the guys that we're mentioning here have certainly played well. Hale, who we just mentioned, is a senior, so he wouldn't be back. But Dudley, also a sophomore. Think about that. Dudley and Granitson, for 2 more years. And both of them have looked very well today so far. Ball hits at the 15, picked up. And returned, gets to the 30. And a bit of hands on the face. There's the flag.
Yep.
And the play has stopped. Another flag down.
2 flags on the play. Rashawn Hill, the ball carrier. Takes it to the 31, but there's flags on the play.
I think they have the same thing.
5-yard face mask. Signaled it the wrong way, but I think.
Maybe not. That was intentional. Face mask against the Vikings.
Must not have been the one we saw.
Huh.
Facebook call on North.
Okay. What about the guy that's returning? He's like, seriously? Maybe he grabbed first. You never see it called. Why can't it be called on the offense? I see it to pros all the time.
Yeah.
They've never called on the offense. But they did today.
They did today.
Oh, that's going to. Banks stops because he was in motion. They didn't call it, though. Good run on that left side for Rashawn Hill. So Hill, who has a reception, gets his first carry as a positive one.
8 yards for him.
Is it enough for a first down?
No,
No. You give him 8, you said?
I gave him 8.
You are the boss. Sophomore Jason Johnson still a quarterback under center. Banks is his lone setback.
Ball is
Fumble.
dropped on the snap, picks it up. And I think he stretched for a first down.
He did.
So Johnson gets 2. First down, making something out of nothing, having that ball come out of his hand.
Yeah, good presence of mind.
First down.
Oh, they scooped that back up. Like some vanilla ice cream.
Ooh, that sounds good.
How was Insomnia Cookie last night?
Good.
Fantastic.
Still got a couple left.
Oof. In the car, maybe?
No, I didn't eat till I got home. I had peanut butter last night, and then I had a mint chocolate chip today. Half. I should have ate the whole thing, though, because I'm hungry
Yeah.
now.
I like their ice cream sandwiches.
Oh, man, they had
Cookies
somebody
are
was
so
getting
good.
one in front of us. It looked so good.
It's so good. Hands the ball off, and
Banks with
certainly a first down.
his most room that he's had running by far.
Yep, 10-yard run for him.
And he showed you,
the
along with
speed.
power, he showed you speed there, too.
Yeah. Well, you had talked about kind of that north-south power back. No move, but it's hard to take him down when the train's moving that fast.
The key to him is let him get some momentum going line of scrimmage. If the line can just, it doesn't have to be a big hole, just a little just give him a little bit of time to get going. I mean, not have too much penetration in the backfield, and he'll get you positive yardage all night.
Had some time, but that time expired pretty quickly. In on the sack for the Rams is Bangley Kamara.
And how many times do we see this out of high schoolers? Initial read kind of breaks down there. Banks is out there for the hot read. Not saying it's open, but you can still have a chance. If he's a senior, he'll have time to throw that away. There, he just succumbed to the rush. Big loss on first down.
6-yard loss for the Vikings. So now 2nd and 16.
You have people talking about how the game slows down. The game doesn't really slow down. You just see things better, and it slows down for you.
The experience.
Yes.
He drops the snap again. Experience allows you to do a lot.
There's
And
Banks breaking a couple tackles and falling forward.
Yeah, and he's gonna have
Another 10 yards.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for him to mark the final spot because it keeps moving forward. 10-yard gain for Banks.
As those good backs do, he seems to always fall forward. You know what I mean? Doesn't get knocked back very often. Me, I'd be laying like flat on my back. Not these guys. They keep churning and running forward. Good time for a hard count here.
3rd down and long. Hands the ball off to you-know-who. He's going to get you 5. Big stiff arm right in front of our cameras here. Stays on his feet, goes out of bounds at the 42-yard line and gets himself a first down.
You cannot take him up high. You cannot take him on up high.
9-yard carry for him. He is so strong.
Yeah,
and you saw it exactly on that play.
I'm tackling him by his shoe tops. Just cut his legs out. I'm not going for a big hit on him because he's going to deliver.
Oh, you saw that stiff arm, just how much strength he has, upper body. Keeps that person at arm's length away.
It's all about leverage. You have to get, and he runs with a low center of gravity, so you got to get even lower. Choose another guy to get the big blow-up hit on because it's not going to be him. Get him low.
And this is, when you kind of look at Banks, he a lot of times was asked to do quarterbacking and, wild back type stuff. So he gets a little bit of a different variety here as they hand the ball off to Hill, who can't go anywhere.
Not a good mesh on that play, Dave, all the way around.
They didn't really use Banks as that decoy on that play, and they snuffed it out in a slow process of the play as well.
And
but having, as I was saying, having Johnson being able to do the regular quarterbacking, you can see has kind of helped this team take each person's strengths. Banks is just a runner, and now you have Johnson. Throws a couple here and there, hands the ball off. Use Banks as a decoy sometimes.
2nd and 13, they're in the shotgun here.
He's looking to throw, and he throws it to Banks off the screen pass, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. So he's 2 for 3, but that one didn't get any extra yards. Third down and long. I like to see a little, usually you have that hard count on the 3rd and short. I'd like to see one here.
Yep.
I think they'd really bite at it. They're trying to try and come after the quarterback. Banks in the backfield. Still pretty tight formation for the Vikings.
They like to run right off this tight slots to the right, but not that time. That was all, again, penetration. Bengali Kamara just beat his guy to the spot. Nowhere for Banks to go but down. Biggest defensive play of the night for the Rams.
And we have a timeout by the Rams.
Still 3:43 left. Might come after this punt.
I think so. Setting something up, I think, for a good return. I think if you can get a good return out of this, I think they feel that they could go down the field and get a 3rd score here before
I was going to say, we're
halftime.
trying to save 30 seconds or so to get the ball back.
City Series football right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools, offering open enrollment, which allows Akron students to transfer to other Akron schools for specialized studies. Akron Public Schools at akronschools.com. Also, at the conclusion of today's ball game, we'll have our signature player of the game brought to us by Signature Pancakes at Fleury's Cafe at 2202 Front Street in Cuyahoga Falls. Fleury's Cafe, a different kind of cafe that just has fantastic food. Great place for breakfast. And they bring us our signature player of the game this year. Fourth down.
4th and 18, so definite punting situation.
Well, and I think this is a good.
Or so we think. Maybe not.
They're lined up. I think that the punting game, again, not a great strength. So they're going to go for it. They gave it to Banks, who I thought might be passing it, but he's not. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. So you gave up no yard. That's a confusing play call. Maybe they think that the defense can hold for 3 minutes.
50-yard line or turnover to the Rams.
A small dime.
I don't know.
Lots of personality. That's what I missed.
What's that?
Their slogan.
Who's?
Fleury's Cafe.
Oh,
A small diner with lots of personality.
I got you. Oh, boy.
It came right off the top of my head, and then it went blank when I was supposed to say it.
No, it's not going to now. Probably going to hear it about 6 more times. I kid because I care.
Or hate. One of them. Caring and hating are kind of the same.
There's a
5
thin line,
wide.
isn't there?
Yeah.
Love and hate.
Both of them, you're thinking about me. That's the way I look at it. Resch coming after right. He runs out of there. Wow. Fantastic play when you had 3 guys running after you. He gains 8.
And if you're watching this at home, which if you're watching this, you are.
You would have
or,
to be at
or,
home.
or wherever.
Where else? Where else? would you
Grandma's
be?
house. Right looking off there to the right there gives his blockers on the backside. Just looking off with the eyes is almost like blocking someone.
If you're watching this at work,
Good for you. Good for you.
Don't listen to what Joe just said. Only if you're at home. If you're at grandma's house, don't listen. This only pertains to people watching at home. 5 wide again. Man, if you can do 5
You could be at a
wide,
friend's house.
5 wide, and you gained 8 yards, and you were supposed to pass. Wow. Caught the ball at the 48-yard line. So he gained 8, but only really gained 2.
Yeah.
Because he had to come back and get it.
Right now,
thrown
5 of
to-
6.
Was that the Smith?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Right is 5 of 6 passing for 42 yards and a touchdown. Very efficient first half for him.
And you saw when he's back there, you got to play coverage, so there's a lot of guys that come out of the box, but he still gained 8 yards rushing when coverage broke down. So you're kind of, what are you supposed to do? And if you give it to Grandison, he's got a big carry too. He's off and running now.
Oh!
Jumps over top of him.
If he could have kept his feet, that would have been another highlight play. Still a good highlight play.
And there's the flag for taunting. You made a great play. This is what we talked about yesterday. You got to go to your teammate and clap and intimidate him from there. And we have a player down as well.
That's going to be Grandison. The flag wasn't on him, though, right? It was somebody else coming in. The flag wasn't on Grandison.
No, it's on the, let's see, Rashawn Hill, who he tackled low.
Okay.
He jumped over top of him, and then he was still happy that he got him down. Not hurt, but down.
Yeah, and then he was run off the field, so I don't know if maybe a cramp at this point for him.
I don't know. He's laying on his stomach.
Another 24 yards for Grandison.
I was going to mark that down. We'll take a quick break, Peter, as we no, I think he's getting up. Never mind. Nope, he's not. We'll take a quick break, Peter, and come back as we get back to game action here on APS 15. We are back as Grandison is going to be continue to look like he may have landed awkwardly or got hit when he tried to jump over Rashawn Hill. Both players were given unsportsmanlike penalties, which offset. So we start at 1st and 10 here from the 29-yard line. Grandison looks to be on his feet. He's kind of checking things out, I guess.
Yeah, that'll probably give him the rest of the first half off, I would think.
Like I said, when he made a great play jumping over top, but he landed very awkwardly. They hand the ball off as he breaks tackles and continues to steamroll to the 3-yard line. So 17 yards for Dudley.
11 first downs already in the first half here for Kenmore-Garfield. Wow.
Ball is placed on the 5, where it'll be 1st and goal.
Plenty of time, no rush if you're Garfield. They only need 4 yards, and they got 2 minutes to get them.
I don't think they're going to bleed the clock out, though.
No.
Wright has some company in the backfield. They hand the ball off, and the ball comes out for a fumble.
But did they get it back? Nope.
Gary on the carry. He's got 2 carries for 2 fumbles.
They're trying to get him in the end zone, but
he had a first carry earlier and fumbled it. This is the second one. He fumbled this one. They lose it. So a fumble by Gary. Oh, and
third
right
turnover
there
for Garfield of the first half.
On the 4-yard line. So the Vikings take over. They have a little more time offensively than they thought they were going to, as it seemingly seemed that they were going to be scored on. Now they make the big stop and take over, and they're just trying to get a couple yards here, and that's a good play. Get some more space between you and the end zone. Banks picks up 1 on his 11th carry.
Give it to Banks. If he can break one, great. If not, get to halftime without turning the ball over deep in your own territory. I don't look for them to put the ball in the air here.
2nd down, 9.
Because there's a big difference between being down 2 scores and being down 3 scores and not getting the football at the start of the second half. Especially when you've been giving up a lot of chunk yardage. I'm not saying kneel on it, though. Give it to your guy.
Johnson goes back, hands the ball off to Banks, cuts back inside, and he spins and turns, and he'll get a first down, so 9 yards on that carry.
Yeah, there was your classic one-cut move by Banks. Just one little sharp cut and got north-south. 7 first downs in the first half for North. Garfield with 11. These teams have moved the chains. Probably more first downs than we saw in our last telecast. Really, they were either big play or big play
or
yeah, there were still first downs.
Yeah.
There, just not tons.
well, a lot of the big plays, as you mentioned, just went for touchdowns. 27-yard pass. There's a couple first downs in there made up of it.
Yep. That'll do it.
So that'll end the half with the 2-score lead, 14-0. They get both of those in the second quarter and go into halftime up 2 scores. So we'll take a quick break here. We'll come back with our second half with our stats. You're watching High School City Series football right here on APS 15. Welcome back here. Before the second half begins, Joe has our first half stats.
Well, on the Garfield side, 11 total first downs, 216 total yards, 174 of them on the ground, 42 for the air for Anthony Wright, 5 of 6 passing for those 42 yards and a touchdown. Marcus Hale, 2 receptions, 20 yards. Doing the main damage on the ground, Dwayne Grandison, 8 carries, 103 yards, and a touchdown. For North, who's about to receive the ball, they had 7 first downs. They ran it for 51 of the 63 total yards they had. Javon Banks carrying the load, 12 carries, 46 yards for them as we get set here for the second half. They trail by 14, but they'll get the ball.
Kicked away again, squibbled, and just goes down. Agreed. I don't care. I got the ball, and we're going to start on first. I might get a yard. I'm not upset.
He was like, I got 4 guys coming at me with no holes. I'm down.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That's smart football.
Again, that was like off the other side of the foot.
Yeah.
Was it purposeful that time?
I think that's just what they do. It's a hard thing to
I'm going to
catch.
spin the heck out of this ball.
It's hard. I mean, that's a hard kick to perfect. I could see them just doing that all the time because it's so unpredictable. I bet you if you don't touch it, you got to touch it. That's how they got it the first time. If you didn't touch it, it'd probably go right out of bounds. But last time, curled like this letter C.
Yeah, it did.
Johnson in the backfield. Split wide receivers. Get drilled. And it looks like we do have an interception.
Wow, what a play.
Tipped it as he tried to make something happen. But he came right through, and Johnson's still down. He got hit.
He was drilled.
He got hit hard.
Devon Fox with the pick. Second turnover for the Vikings.
No one really, I don't even know who was intended.
Oh, he was
who caught
drilled. And he was exposed, too.
Was it Deontay Black that tried to catch it?
You know what? He's pointing at his left forearm or left wrist, which sometimes that's tucked in when you're throwing and exposed. I think that's what he's pointing at.
And you look at the body language, and he's not feeling well. We'll take a break here as we start the second half here for the injury. We'll be back after this on APS 15. So Johnson is walking under his own power off the field, but still not moving that left arm real well. So there could be additional issues there, and certainly wish him all the best from our staff here on APS 15.
I mean, as we look at, on the pro side of things, Aaron Rodgers just was lost for the year recently by the Packers on a hit that didn't look as hard as that one. I mean, he hit the ground, but he wasn't hit as hard as Johnson took a hit on that play. So hopefully it's just, a stinger or nothing broken, and he can either get back in or at least be healthy.
He put the helmet in his left hand, but they're still looking at it, and his reaction is a lot of pain.
Yeah, you could see that. Like you mentioned, that hand shaking.
Hand and foot, kind of that nervous jittering of the jolt of pain coming through. Certainly wish him all the best.
So Garfield been great on first plays, Kenmore-Garfield. The first play of the second quarter, they score a touchdown here. And the first play from scrimmage of the third quarter, a big turnover on an interception.
Right, fakes the handoff, rolls out, goes back to his man, and incomplete. Good play call. But he really wasn't even looking to see where his man was because he had
That was
He goes there.
Grandison it was intended for. And they tried that
Yeah,
little
but I don't know
arrow
who
route
number-
out of the backfield.
Number 32 is on,
Yeah.
on North. I don't know, but he was right there to potentially make a play.
He just kind of got froze there. He didn't go back on the ball. If he was able to go back on it, he might have been to adjust to it and pick it off.
So Wright starts the second half with an incomplete. Looks to hand the ball off and taken down for a 4-yard gain.
Brought down by number 23, Carrion Stokes.
Dudley, the carrier.
Give him 4.
I did.
Good. Did you say that?
I did.
Shows you how much I listened to you.
Yeah, it's third down and 6.
Whoa, everybody! Can we just redo that? That's usually on the offense, yeah.
Yeah.
Take your pick. The
Now you
whole
want
right
this?
sideline.
You want this one or this one? Who you want to give it to? Who I want to give this to?
Dudley 5 carries 51 yards. Nice little compliment to Grandison's. Now they got themselves a 3rd and 11.
Third down and about 11.
3rd and 11, up 14. Just got an interception defensively. Got to make something happen. Another little screen pass down the sideline. Positive yards. They're trying to get the strip.
Yep. But good job team tackling there. Not holding him. That's the first guy's got to hold him up, and then the next guy's got to go for the strip. They tried it, but Hale held on tight. Got 4 of them back, not enough. Well, we're going to see the punting unit? This is what you said. You said you wanted a game with no punts. We've only had 1.
Yeah.
You almost got your wish.
I stand by my statement. I would
Well,
say
they didn't win the game.
I would say if you look at their track record, how many times they kick field goals over our 10-year tenure of doing APS 15 games, it is a single-digit percentage.
I mean, if you talk to any coach, anytime, especially teams that make deep playoff runs, it's almost impossible to do without a kicker.
I agree.
Especially as the weather gets worse.
Yeah.
You know, and games shrink in score. There's Gary who's had some problems hanging on the football with the rush. But see, look at Coach going right to him saying, you got this. He's a young freshman, and he's trying to get him some confidence. Nice catch by him. Stays in bounds.
Second target.
27-yard line where it'll be first.
You just can't have him run the ball. Running the ball, he has two fumbles. Catching the ball, you're fine.
Yeah, he went
Running
up.
the ball, I think we're done for today. Wright gets it, hands it off to Garrison. Not a lot there, but he's going to push the pile forward. He'll get 5. And
Player down for North. He's going to get back up, though.
I think that was a mad-at-yourself play.
Yeah.
That was Carrion Stokes.
Yeah.
Man, I should have taken that ball out of his hand. Late substitution coming in for the Vikings. And you have a late one off as he's slow to get off. Does it in time. It was close, though. Fakes it to
there's a nice
Grandison,
play.
and we'll have a sack. Number 57 makes a great play. Oh, maybe it's 51. James Brown, maybe.
Yeah.
That one kind of looks like a 7. But it's
Feel good.
all those muscles, it's hard to tell. But it looks like a 1. So James Brown, the senior, on the sack. So lost 2. Long third down situation. I do another hard count.
You think?
I don't think they'll do it.
Trips
5
right
wide.
here.
5 wide? Nah, it's not really a hard count type thing. Quick pass again. I like this play call. And he'll get close to the first down, but not quite enough. 4th down and short.
Good
gain
job.
of 6.
Good job by Garfield sustaining their blocks down.
First down.
He
I
hits
like
first.
that
They don't
I like
measure, dude. First down.
Okay. First down, I guess.
What they
Hey,
need? 10? They got it.
Nah, they needed like 7. I thought they only got 6. It's a good spot, I guess.
16.
Was that Hale again? on the
Yep.
reception?
That quick pass is tough.
Yeah.
Gets it out to the sideline. The right again.
Red zone
5
offense
wide.
again.
And he's going to go quick again. No, this time he goes long for the end zone. One-on-one coverage into the end zone, in and out of the breadbasket, and the flag is down. I'm not sure why.
Contact was early.
Yeah, it was a hair. By a hair.
Gary made a nice adjustment on the ball. It was underthrown, but I think he may have been interfered with.
Now his 3rd target so far. It didn't, like I said, it wasn't a lot, but it's going to be a
No,
first
it wasn't
down.
a lot, yeah.
So make a first down on the 9-yard line,
Yep.
1st and goal.
Half the distance penalty.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. Wrong side. There we go.
Looks to hand it to Grandison and drag down. Finally. Gonna lose 4.
That was Banks. Another good play by him.
We will have the 50-50 drawing shortly in a play or two. And, well, after this next play, we'll have a 50-50 drawing.
You doing
You won
photos?
$85.
That's odd.
Not a bad
Say what?
take.
Doing photos from over there? That's
And
interesting
like I
place to
said,
do photos.
After this play, I'll call the number.
Surprised there isn't more drones flying over top. It seems like it'll be a thing. You can get some good photos up there.
Yeah.
Quickly gets to the line, right, looking right. Same play as we had before. This one to the receiver and
that
caught.
time.
So Gary had one in and out of the basket there, but this time gets it to go in.
And that's good for a
And
touchdown.
14 yards out for a TD.
And that makes the score 20-0 Kenmore. Here is the 50-50 number for $85. 486.
So a 52-yard drive.
That's 486-505. If that's your number, come up to the press box for your $85.
Gary,
Take
so-
it with you.
Certainly not fun to have 2 fumbles. Much more fun to catch touchdowns.
Absolutely.
I mean, if I had to pick, that would be my order. Late substitution coming in. Yeah, it'd be nice to have that tackle there. I like having the tackle if I'm the kicker.
Sure.
Looking to kick it. Snap down and
blocked.
comes
James Brown.
Game's right through. I might have moved the tackle over in front of Brown.
Might not have mattered.
PAT fails.
For the 50-50 drawing worth $85.
So 20-0 your score.
505. Please come to the press box.
20-0 your score here as we
They
look
threw the
back a
football
little
that
bit.
drive. Yeah, 4 for 5 for Wright on that drive. For 40 yards, which gives them now 92 on the day. How about 10 of 11 passing? It's pretty accurate. 10 of 11 passing, 92 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's a pretty efficient type day right there for Anthony Wright.
Moving the ball well, and that's really the first pass that they've gone, a second pass, they've gone downfield a little more. A lot of theirs are down the sideline.
Yeah.
Quick strikes, let the player there make a move to get additional yards after the catch. But you saw him go there once for the penalty, second time a little farther inside and was able to do a lot well. Ball hits at the 18, picked up at the 15. Return to the 28, moves outside, breaks 2 tackles, still on his feet, still gets to the 40-yard line. Ball comes out. The Rams are right there behind him. And the indication early from the official is the Rams have it. Breaks 3 tackles, but loses the football, and they'll take over from the 44-yard line. So the offense gets 1 play off. And it looks like we have another down player. And we'll take another break here as we'll wait for the medical staff to come out. Dave Schick, Joe Pacansky here on APS 15. We'll be back once action continues. The good news, Kieran Stokes is walking under his own power. Medical staff looked at him, and they'll continue to do so on the sidelines. Wish him the best. Rams, though, did take the possession off the fumble. Had a lot of fumbles in the first half. Really, the first 3 possessions were fumble, fumble, fumble. And then we had another one in the second quarter. And since then, it's been a little quiet until now. And North had one in that first half. This is their first one on the second half. Had these little technical things, the fumbles and the onside kick in the first half that have kind of caught them off guard.
Yep, a game plagued by turnovers thus far.
So off the return.
Oh, wide open is Hale. Easy throw and score.
And just like that, 44 yards. Add that on there when you talk about the good completion percentage. That helps the passing game.
3 touchdown passes now.
It's weird even to say that.
Yeah. And that they sent a blitz on the weak side, but timing-wise, it didn't even get close to him.
1 play.
And they have extended it out here.
26 now. Looking to set up the extra point. Last one failed. Low snap. Kick is up. Doesn't look super straight, but it does go through. PAT is good, so 27-0 your score.
Conversion by Anthony Littlejohn. Wow, 23 seconds apart on those 2 scores. Just the fly route by Hale, and he got about 5 yards behind the defender. And just like that, 27-0.
Yeah, now you don't have Stokes back here. Now you don't have Stokes back to return.
And you know, North losing players here left and right. They also had their quarterback hurt, Jason Johnson. We'll see if he's able to come back in. I don't see him on the side. I do see him on the sidelines. He's got a water bottle in his hand, so he's still on the sidelines. Marcus Hale going to kick it off.
It's going to be interesting with the this one he kicks forward. So I guess the other ones were intentional. Why are you lowering your shoulder?
Why not?
I don't understand.
Sadiq Shrimp.
Yeah, it's like, I'm going this way. I'm going to get a hit in offensively.
Hey, I don't get to run the ball ever, man.
Yeah,
Watch this.
I'm taking this hit.
I'm not going down.
That'd probably be the only move I have to if I was running back. I'll be honest. I don't have a lot of good moves.
It looks like Larry Evans will take over at quarterback.
The other one listed on the roster.
Nope, and they're going to actually go. They're going to go Wildcat here with Banks. We saw this last time. Yeah, gives them extra blocker. Andy, we saw him throw the football sometimes too.
He's going to take the direct snap.
I was surprised they didn't do this a little bit in the first half. Not that they had, I mean, they didn't have tons of success offensively, but they, like I said, they ran the ball fairly well.
Well, you got to.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
He's your difference maker offensively. You got to get as many opportunities to get the ball in his hand. The problem is he can't run every play.
Well, and they'll be keying in on him. And there's
Certainly
Banks.
looks like he can run every
Banks
play.
doing Banks. Give him 14 on that scamper.
Well, he can't run every play that way, but he's got 22 in the last 2 plays.
5-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10.
Now they go with Rayshawn Hill at quarterback. He's going to run it here. That's going to give Banks a blow.
High snap, gets it, goes right side, trying to get around the corner. He does. He's got 5, and that'll be it. Hill gets 5.
Straight Wildcat.
Yeah.
Or if you're going way back, they called this single wing offense.
Wow.
It was a lot tighter before spread offenses.
That's certainly what Peter's thinking. Oh, they got to run every play. No incompletion to stop the clock. Now they're coming after him here. Banks, though, still gets positive yards. He gets positive yards every time.
Upper around the first. And he had one negative play so far, -7 yards. That was a pitch that he just completely got upended. Every other gain has been positive. Look at you.
Timeout by the Rams on a 3rd and short situation. City Series football right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools Career Education, where adult vocational services have been providing career training to adult learners for over 55 years. Over 350,000 people have enrolled in customized programs designed to meet the ever-changing needs of Akron area business, industry, and government. For more information, apscareers.com. Also, City Series football right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools, online at akronschools.com. Akron Public Schools, smart choice. He's going for the stereo effect there.
Yes.
Also, at the conclusion of today's ball game, we will have our signature player of the game, brought to you by Fleury's Cafe, the small diner with lots of personality, a great place to get a signature pancake in the morning. That's why they provide us the signature player of the game. Joe will have that for us. It is be an interesting one for you, I'll say that.
Yeah.
Grandison has played pretty well, certainly in the first half, had 100 yards, but recently, back-to-back touchdowns, hard to ignore.
Maybe it won't be as tough a decision as we think.
Maybe defensively, something exciting could happen. They hand the ball off again on the direct snap. I guess you can't say they hand the ball. Take the ball. 4th down. Banks gets nothing on that carry.
Yep.
Still didn't lose anything. Didn't even gain a whole lot.
And I think they'll go for it here.
First down, making it 4th and 2.
I might put Banks behind the center. I know you want to get him a little head start, but
If I'm playing safety here, I'm not playing that far off the ball.
No.
I'm just flying at Banks.
yeah. Where's he going? I'm just glued to him. And he's going to get the first down. He'll get 4 yards on the carry. Now carry 17. He could have, how much time do we have left in this game? 3:02 here in the third
He's going to
quarter.
get over 20 carries for sure.
Oh, my over-under was going to be about 28. The way they're running the, oh boy, we got flagged down
He
here.
can get off the field.
Flag on the play.
So they're going to be on Garfield. Too many men on the field.
Yep.
Might have been a good heads-up play by Banks. A little
Quick
free
snap.
play. A little slow even coming off now. Hey, first down, we'll take it. That 10-yarder?
No.
It looks like 15, isn't it? Yeah.
No, it's supposed to be a 5-yard penalty, isn't it?
It looks like they walked up farther than that.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him 10. Looks like about 10. Banks will get back to the line of scrimmage. It looks like. You said kind of sounded like you were going behind.
Nah, I think he got there.
I can't get a negative yard on that one.
After you said that, you can't.
Making it 2nd and 10.
I like this house over here. These kids are just sitting on lawn chairs watching the game from behind the shed. That's not a bad afternoon.
No, not on a pretty October day like it is. That time it was Rayshawn Hill that took the carry. And another player down for North.
Ball carrier gains a couple of yards. Player down on the field.
3rd and 8.
We'll take a quick break here, Peter, while we have the staff look at the player watching high school football right here on EPS 15. The Akron's cheaper. Back at it, Banks takes the high snap, tries to make something out of nothing. He's moving forward. He's still moving forward.
Wow.
And he's close to a first down. I don't even know how it happened.
I don't either.
Somehow he gained like 10 yards. I have no idea how, because it looked like he was down after 6, and then magically he moved 4 yards further. It was like a glitch in the 16-bit game.
It's going to be 4th and 1.
Got to blow this cartridge out. But what happens is we have Evans now under center, and he's going to go forward.
Oh, he's going to go.
He's going to have a touchdown here. And just like that, on 4th and 1 at the 8, it's a touchdown as Evans, QB keeper. Did they know that he was in?
Yeah.
They get that?
They got it.
11-yard run for a touchdown. So with 1:01 here in the 3rd quarter, they're on the board.
Yeah.
14 yards out on what they thought was going to be just a little play, and gets the touchdown by Evans. And what just happened? I think he got something on his shirt. It looks like an equipment.
Blood, or, yeah.
An equipment foul. Equipment violation. Like, you need to go to the sideline. What? Yeah, he told me I had to go to the sideline. I just listened to the official. He said go to the sideline.
They're going to go for 2.
And they have 2 in the backfield with Banks and Evans. Evans looks, throws a bad pass to. Evans is down. I know I put Banks underneath the passing category, and he didn't.
Making the score 27-6.
Yet.
He didn't throw anything yet.
Not yet.
Evans, or Banks's second target, first time he didn't catch it. And that keeps it 6 with the point total, so 27-6 here. It's homecoming night. It's weird to have a game this early, but the good thing is you have a game early, plenty of time to get home, get the car shined up, get the tux on. You got nice dinner reservations. You don't have to worry. You already got your workout in, so your arms are already pumped. You don't have to do any extra push-ups. You can eat whatever you want because you already burned off all your calories, which is a concerning thing when you're in high school because you don't count calories. You can eat a whole pizza. It doesn't matter. Metabolism is at 1,000%.
Yeah.
There's good times. I remember I spent like the whole day just cleaning out my car, and it wasn't a great car, folks. Pontiac 6000. I waxed it, buffed the inside, armor-alled it up. That was before. If you think about it, Febreze didn't even exist. Febreze didn't exist. I just had to like clean it with real shampoo, like carpet shampoo. Can you believe it? How was I scrubbing with shampoo? That's all we had. It's called soap. Shine the tires. I don't think tires get shined as much anymore.
No.
Nice kick. Returned to the 30. Gets there, 40. Big stiff arm, keeps going. 50-yard line, flag down. Down at the 46. He's going to get, I think, an offensive face mask. That stiff arm was a bit high.
Yes.
But it was intense when we watched it, even though it was a violation. So that's going to be probably on the other side of the field. They'll be back to maybe the 45. Oh,
No, it's on the north.
Side.
Hey.
Other side. Didn't see that one. Maybe away from the ball.
No,
So
I think it's the second time it's been wrong.
It's
but
big,
whatever.
A big return. Big return to the 46. And it'll bring it to the 31-yard line. Man, I was accurate on where he went down at. I'm really kind of guessing, but I had it correct. I have to pat myself on the back because no one else does. Got to celebrate.
Timeout north as things have once again slowed down. Sorry, Peter.
City Series football right here on EPS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools, offering the International Baccalaureate program at Firestone High School, a rigorous 2-year program designed to meet the highest academic standards for any high school students in the world. Akron Public Schools at akronschools.com. Homecoming night back when you were at Canton McKinley. Where'd you guys go to dinner? Where was the spot for dinner?
Homecoming? I don't even remember going to homecoming with anyone.
Well, it was. Just think about it, Joe. It was in black and white.
Where was the spot?
Color hadn't come out yet. You drove like a Bel Air or something?
I don't know. What about you? What?
I remember one time we drove from North Canton up here to go to Tangier's. And it was good food, but
Years. You were in high school.
But it was slow.
Or something.
Well, here's the thing. So
yeah, I remember Tangiers.
We got Tangier's, and the food, whatever happened with the food order, didn't go well. And then we stopped at McDonald's on the way. Nice dress, suit jacket, McDonald's drive-thru.
Oh, I went through Rally's drive-thru after my wedding reception.
Did you?
We had an early. It was right by our house. We had an real early flight the next day, so I had to get a little, I don't know, something, spicy chicken or something. Yeah.
Who carried the ball? Dudley?
That was.
It felt like Dudley.
No,
Grandison?
it was Grandison.
Okay.
It was Grandison. Sorry about that.
10th carry for him. And then where was the other? We went to one hotel there in Cuyahoga Falls once. We didn't stay in Belden Village. It probably wasn't smart. We drove a lot.
Wide open is Hale. Another
nice spin move again. Still on his feet.
He gets in here. Oh, what is that flag? Legal block. That would have been third touchdown for Hale, and he would have been like, give me that Flurry's Cafe player of the game.
So he's going to come back. He's going to have a catch for probably about 14, and then we're going to come all the way back to about where we were.
It'll be the last play of the third quarter.
Let's see where I say this happens. I don't think they're going to get the first down.
The Rams negating the touchdown.
Net gain, 2 yards.
25-yard line.
It's a tough one. He had a great spin move to get to the center of the field.
Yeah.
2 good spin moves. They're talking it over. And that'll be the quarter. These guys are on top of it. Like, hey, guys, that's a quarter. End of the third quarter here. Some scores on both sides as it is 27-6. Able to get 2 touchdowns in this quarter, same as the second quarter. keeps putting it on there. City Series football right here in APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools Career Education Departments, where career education programs are supported by industry-based standards identified by 30 different business advisory groups. For more information, apscareers.com. Let's see. Where's it? I like Coach Boyd. He has a white shirt and white sunglasses to go with it.
He does?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he does.
That's just fashion next level. I'm not really sure why he's on the field right now.
Me neither, but why not?
He's not even close to where the team is. But maybe he wanted to talk to these guys about his matching sunglasses.
Hey, did you guys see these?
Yeah. I mean, look how well it goes with my outfit. Let me go talk to my team now because they got to get dressed up for the dance, and I want them to be coordinating like me.
He's gonna set it up. Show him how it's
This
done.
is dressing well. Can allow you to do other things very well. Second down, 1 yard. What was a touchdown that came back for a block in the back?
That would have been Mark Hale.
Yeah. Now
He's already got two today.
It helps Wright's percentages, but he could have had a fourth touchdown.
And Hale would have been Hale's third.
Yeah. You could go player of the game, either one of those,
Thanks.
if he had that one. But game's kind of already underway. Right, looks left, rolls right, goes around in a circle, has
Wide
a man
open.
and he did not come.
Almost too open was Grandison for that one.
Grandison was very open.
Grandison, the intended receiver, incomplete.
Those are the only passes they've incompleted today. Actually, he's got, well, no, the other one was, he's got 3 incompletions on the day.
I have
3.
4 or 5.
Well, you're counting the 2-point conversion, which
yeah.
that doesn't count as an incompletion.
What is it?
Doesn't count in the stats. It's just a conversion. Doesn't count in the stats. Doesn't count as a yards gained or.
Not a real picture of.
I know.
That's not like people didn't really catch it. They didn't really throw it.
It's just the rules. I don't make them. I just follow them sometimes.
Right hands the ball off.
Uh-oh.
He went right on the gut.
Right up the gut.
On the delay.
Dudley, the ball carrier.
15-yard gain for Dudley. His 6th carry.
Yeah, right up the gut there. That's a tired defense.
11:42 here in the 4th. What's our phones doing?
I don't know.
Yard line.
We've had a little further away.
First and goal.
First and goal from the 6 here for the Rams. Watch the quarterback sneak, says somebody's mom. But no. That give was to number 32, Bengali Kamara, his first carry of the game. He lost a yard on that one.
Anthony Littlejohn's ball carrier.
Who carried last time? You said Kamari Bingham?
I did, but he said Little John.
I'm going with you. I'm going with you, Joe.
Thanks, dude.
Ride or die.
Second and goal. LA 5-yard line.
Right in there. Kamara, Little John. Could be either one.
They say Little John,
Little
so
John.
we'll give it to him.
Okay.
Little John for the score.
Anthony Littlejohn takes it in for a Rams touchdown.
4-yard touchdown for him. So here at 10:23, here in the 4th, a 4-yard run by Littlejohn. opens it up even more, 33-6. Anthony Little, no. Whoever number 4 is, we don't know. Says it should be Little John. Try to kick. It's been.
No Hale's holding.
Yeah, that we do know. And low snap.
No,
and
he's not. He's going to try to run it in.
I think he's going to get it.
No.
He looks close. They haven't stopped yet. They haven't stopped yet.
No, he didn't. Oh. The drama.
Carry and the attempt for a 2-point conversion.
So,
No good.
no conversion there. It stays 33-6.
And no, Peter, the clock will not run because it's not 30 points or more. But Kenmore-Garfield comfortably in this one. Looks like they're going to get their first W of the season.
Slow to get back on the field. I'll say it. A lot of walking. Now we're getting there. They should start running the clock.
Oh, it's got to be 30.
Yep.
Both these teams will finish their seasons next week.
Looking to kick this one back to him. That one, a short kick again in the center. Picked up on the run.
Uh-oh.
Again. Ran. Yeah,
That guy was running with a purpose.
It's hard to miss a tackle when you get ran over. He's not on there, 32.
I mean, that's the kind of get him in the backfield, right?
Pete picked that one up and went with it.
And you said this.
Yeah, we talked about Banks being like the one cut back.
Yeah.
That's a zero cut
No,
back.
that's just a.
There's no cut.
That's a bulldozer.
I'm gonna hope you fall down and I can keep running.
You talked about this officiating staff being better than what we saw the last couple games, but I've seen more dropped balls on the ball transfers. It's been very sloppy ball handling by them, and it's no bad weather.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Calls have been there.
The ball's been all over the place.
A lot of penalties.
Very loose with that football.
Oh boy, he almost dropped it. Picked it back up. It came out of his hand a little bit as Evans ran back to the line of scrimmage.
Evans with the keeper. Slight gain,
Oops.
making it second and about 9.
What are you looking for? Yeah.
Just doing my homework.
That's a lie.
Banks back
Four
in at
wide.
quarterback. Uh-oh.
He almost waiting for it to pop back up and take off. He there's a little hesitation, like he's gonna pop back up in the air and I can just pick it up and run with it. He would have been gone.
Yeah.
No way.
That's
Banks
the
might have.
Best feeling is seeing an open field with nobody in front of you.
So Banks fumbles.
Snap a little bit of high, but once he didn't get it, it's almost like he couldn't pick it up because it kind of popped like almost on top of his helmet.
Making it first
4th turnover for North. 7 turnovers in this game.
for the Rams.
Right still in. It's a little surprising.
I'm not sure you have a backup. Who's the backup? That'd probably be why.
Maybe.
Backup is Vernon Smith.
Or maybe they're just going to hand the ball off to a different guy, which they did right there.
Johnson, the ball carrier, holds his way
Chael
to
Johnson
the
gets his first carry.
35-yard line. Close to it.
And he runs for about 7.
Second down. And about 3.
So you could bring Vernon Smith in, but he's a freshman. 6'4".
Mm-hmm. He's out there on left out. He's going to throw it to him. Oh, nice defensive play. Smith thought he should have had it, but I think the defensive back kind of got in the way there and maybe even got a little tip on that ball.
Wright's pass incomplete. Making it 3rd and 3.
I don't have a number for that person.
I know what you mean.
13. 1 target.
Oh, that was Smith. That's Smith. That's Vernon.
Oops.
We got you.
I thought he was 14.
No, we
We determined he's 13.
yeah, a while ago, but whatever. I love giving you a hard time.
Offside defense.
5 yards will bring it past the first down marker, making it first down from the 29 for the Rams.
Four wide for the Rams. Motion again coming. Joins him in the backfield with Wright. Wright gets it. Hands off to Grandison, who stood beside him. Grandison up the center. Still on his feet.
Gain of 22 for Grandison.
It's his 20th carry? No.
No,
Sorry,
12.
I was looking at Banks.
That'll make
Sorry.
it first down and goal. 8 yards for the touchdown.
Inside 8 minutes here once they snap this next one. Dominating performance pretty much overall. You know, if not for a couple early turnovers, this would even be a wider margin for Kenmore-Garfield.
Yeah, the first 2 possessions were fumbles. One under the 10-yard line in the red zone. Throws it up to the corner. Thought his receiver was about 4 inches taller. Incomplete.
I think it was a pretty good throw. He just didn't adjust to it.
Pass went to Taylor.
Fortunately, that's going to stop the clock.
Yay.
Both teams want the clock running, I think. Well, maybe not if they're passing. Oh, another fumble.
And we got flagged down.
Ball is fumbled. Flag is on the play. Initially, the signal was
Garfield got it back.
on the Rams. Penalties on the Rams.
That's going to come back.
Ball being called on the Rams.
Alrighty. Holding fumble. Holding fumble. I'll take the holding.
Hang on to the ball in the red zone, guys.
And let's see, who dropped it? Johnson?
It was Chael Johnson, yes.
The yard line, where it makes it second and goal. Second and 21 for a touchdown.
First and goal looked a lot easier before this holding penalty. Right looking left side, goes back. Catches it, makes a move inside. 4 players take him down to the 1 yard line.
Down to the 2 yard line.
A 19-yard carry. And that was Smith.
Yep. Third catch, 31 yards for him on those 3 receptions. Clock continues to roll.
Grandison coming in motion, and he'll keep it himself for the QB keeper.
Anthony Wright, that was easy.
Moving Grandison in motion certainly got the defense to follow him, and Wright able to run in for the touchdown.
That should seal it.
4-yard touchdown for him. Set up for the PAT.
Go for the extra point.
Offsides by the Vikings.
Well, after the kickoff, the clock will run as Kenmore-Garfield has stretched this thing out 39-6 after not scoring in the first quarter. 14 in the second, 13 in the third, now 12 in the fourth.
Kicks this one low.
Make it 13.
Gets it through, though.
Season high in points for them.
That's the point attempt is good.
40-6.
Change in procedure as a result of the score. The Ohio High School Athletic Association.
So the clock will run outside of timeouts.
One team is 30 points ahead. The clock continues to run except for an injury, referee timeout, or a team timeout.
We should do that in basketball, too.
Boy, basketball games could be really fast, couldn't they?
They could. No out of bounds. No foul.
So you like the rule, huh?
I think it has its place.
Yeah, it has its place. I agree with you.
I mean,
we've seen it in both, you know.
There's times when the prolonged amount is it just encourages bad behavior.
I was gonna say safety first.
But you can make the case also for basketball doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of additional contact, and no one likes to lose.
More all-purpose yardage for Javon Banks.
Banks, ball carrier, takes it to the 40-yard line where it
Good football player, man.
and 10.
I'm not going to have to wait to the end of the game to pick my Fleurs
Oh.
Cafe player of the
No?
game. How about the 3-minute mark?
3 minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
Does that work?
I'll schedule that in.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Let me put that on my show sheet. I was glad that you included Jim Morgan in your credit last night.
I had to once. You know, I had to.
You looked at me like I had just put Casper the Ghost in our credits. Why did you put him in there? Well, he is
because you
on the TV he is credited. Why is he not credited here? Seems odd that you.
Because he doesn't
credit.
come anymore.
Jim might be here without us knowing. In spirit. I think he does a lot more stuff back at the back at the ranch.
And of course, a timeout, which does stop the clock.
That does. We should stop the clock. When your wife texts you "Happy Sweetest Day, sweetie," what does that say? That say I should bring something, get something on the way.
Probably. Probably shouldn't stop at Penn Station on your own. You probably gotta.
You said "Happy Sweetest Day." That's your sweetest day present to me. Delicious subs.
Evan's gonna run left and run right into the arms of a defender.
No gain on the carry.
Kelvin, Dusty, check out. Evans calling the backfield.
I'm watching. Why is he moving his hands? He's got green gloves on, and he's moving his hands.
He's going traveling.
It's like mesmerizing. Banks gets 4.
Fade straight ahead.
Just watch it.
Facing close to the
I don't
I
want
don't
to.
understand why he does it.
I don't want to.
You gotta, I think. Why else would you put neon green gloves on?
Banks 20th.
If you're not
He's a
trying to.
hypnotist.
I know. Maybe he's got a card in there. Maybe there's like a quarter behind his ear now. It's at the bottom of your screen, everybody. And then he get football mode. Football mode on. Nowhere to go for Hill.
Swallowed up for about a 3-yard loss there.
Yeah. I'm only watching the matchup at the bottom
He's
of your
not
screen.
watching the football, though. Watch. It's like the play's going.
No. Just watch
like,
watch the bottom of your screen. He's got green gloves on. Oh, he's not going to do it. What? So disappointed. Still should be. Oh, my goodness. Takes off. He's got a first down. He's running down the sideline. He'll go down at the 28-yard line. 26 yards.
Around the 25-yard line. We'll see where it's spotted.
He's over the century mark on his 21st carry.
About the
32.
28-yard line.
Wow.
Where it will be first and
32 yards for him on that one. It wasn't even a lot of movement on that offensive line. Moving forward, nowhere to go there.
Evans, the ball carrier.
I know. I'm mesmerized, aren't you? Oh,
No.
it is a different one. Different signal you were giving me?
I'm not mesmerized.
You should be mesmerized.
I'm discombobulated.
This is why I put these green gloves on. So you can watch this.
Short gain.
Banks back in.
That quarterback.
He's going to throw it. No, he's not.
He hits his own offensive lineman.
And if he wouldn't have, he had the left corner.
Yeah, that really slowed him down.
He's got to be tired. My goodness.
Carrier, another short gain.
23 carries.
Hey, inside 2 minutes, I can pick my Fleury's Cafe play of the game. Can I not?
You said 3 minutes.
Well, the
It's
clock
already-
keeps running.
It's already ended.
Well, it's an easy one tonight. We've been going off the script. Let's give it to the quarterback. I mean, come on. Anthony Wright, Jr., 12 for 17 passing, 3 scores, 159 yards through the air, plus a rushing TD and a 2-point conversion reception. Congratulations to Anthony Wright, your Fleury's Cafe player of the game. Congratulations to Kenmore-Garfield getting their first win today.
Fleury's Cafe signature pancakes gives us our signature player of the game. Congratulations to Wright, who wins that one. Fleury's Cafe right in Cuyahoga Falls, the small diner with lots of personality at 2202 Front Street, Cuyahoga Falls. Delicious pancakes,
25-yard line. Will be fourth down.
homemade biscuits and gravy,
And about
and a timeout for us to talk more about food. Yeah. Hey, guys.
Okay, we got it.
We're gonna let a couple more ticks come off.
Good job. Well, one more shot.
We could.
Here for the Vikings.
We'll thank all our staff to help make this possible.
Look at you. I like it.
We'll thank Jim Morgan. We don't know what he does, but we thank him for it. Peter George, our cameraman upstairs, our producer. He's off today, but he still sent us out here. Ryan Rittenhouse. Joe Buchansky, who's already checked out. And Dave Schick still here closing up the show.
I mean, officially I'm here.
Presently here.
Unofficially I'm checking.
Mentally, haven't been here for the last 20 minutes, Dave.
Officially, I'm here.
Yeah.
Unofficially, huh?
I'll close the show up. The guy with the gloves is off, so I got to pay attention now. Man in motion. Banks finishing this thing out. I know, isn't it? That's what I'm gonna get some orange, some green gloves, and that's gonna be what I do. Runs left, breaks the tackle, spins, has some moves, and continues moving forward, but not enough for the first down. So turnover on downs. And that's going to keep the clock moving.
Could
so they might have one play. You could pretty much walk off the field if you really wanted to.
I would.
By the time they set it, they might have to kneel one time. Officially.
No. Because they haven't blown it in yet. No, they're not going to have to run a play.
23-yard line.
Yeah, guys, you can go to your sidelines.
Thank you. Well, congratulations, though, to Kenmore-Garfield as they win impressively today.
They win well. 40-6 your score here from Kenmore, as it is homecoming night, and that's where these gentlemen are off to. Hit the showers, clean up the car, put on your best, and have a great time tonight as you get your first win. The Vikings stay winless here in the season, but they certainly show how great Banks is. We thank you again, and have a good night, everybody. Take care. Bye.